What you're about to see is one of the things that helped me deconstruct from Christianity.
Give me Psalm 23, Psalm 91, Psalm 190 was up them plan me no fear what the enemy want to come from me no fear that the enemy and the enemy. And power is you. The only enemy I want to Sorry, everybody go so we have seen no nature. Before me bring it back, go so, wave it. Who the follow me now? Where, who ready? Go down and here, you ready? Watch. God save Ghana. Wait. Everybody hold it. And I'm going to say boom. Ready? One here out sometimes I dash it. I say boom. Say boom. Come on, let me hear you. Ready for the war, let me hear you. Ready for the war. When me say me pray them a drop line. Shout hallelujah, the devil here. I come into your house if I come back. When me say the devil here. When me say me pray them a drop line. Shout hallelujah, the devil here.
So I know you're wondering. How can that? And first of all, you was jamming. So don't even. You was moving to it, even if you deconstructed like me. You still got to move to the music. But how does that help me to deconstruct from Christianity? Not the music itself, not the message itself, not even the fact of its existence. What, or rather, what it's saying. It's the mentality that other people living in the South had. So for me, I was into reggae music from the time frame that I was a small child. And then when dance hall came out, whole world open, you know what I mean? I mean, it was like even before, Super Cat, of course, I just can't even name the people right now. But I was just into reggae music, dance hall from a very young age. And so because I was a Christian at the time frame, one of my favorite styles of music wasn't Southern gospel music. I found Southern gospel music to be very boring. But so it was dancehall gospel. It was reggae gospel. That was the music that I was listening to that was praising this God. But then I started catching a bunch of flack from other Christians about how that's not gospel music. That's not praising the Lord. You're taking the world and incorporating it into Christianity. You got to leave the world out. And I went away from the type of music for a while, but then I thought about it. Gospel music is nothing more than blues. And that's pretty much all those gospel music, all gospel songs. When you look at other spiritual songs, they come from, depending upon the culture you're talking about, opera. They come from different other styles of music that was around before it got converted. It was just whatever was most popular in the culture. That was the music that then was turned into the gospel music. Usually it's something old is being used as that's the thing. And then as the age moves, whatever was considered the world music 50, 60, 100 years ago, now is the new gospel music. And because we were living in a more of an industrial age, blues turned into the gospel music. Before that, it was more operatic style of music. So having those arguments with other church members, having those arguments made me realize that these people really are hypocritical, because what they're calling gospel music is the blues that they used to listen to when they was kids, that they grew up with, you see. So it showed me that people have just made this religion be whatever they desire for this religion to be. And because of that, they have then determined that anything new is evil. Like Kurt Franklin comes out and that's evil, that's wrong, even though I was a proponent of it, because I was like, that's getting young people to come to the church. And isn't that the important part? But they see that pride, that control, they couldn't let that go. And so just the arguments that I would have about the fact that I liked gospel reggae music back then because I liked reggae music created the question, that it created the curiosity that allowed me to go, or initiated me to go out and study more, read more, but even more so to sit and critically think about the entire situation. Because first, am I wrong? Well, let me understand music and gospel music. Oh, I'm not wrong. These motherfuckers just keep on trying to change the game to fit whatever culture that they're in. That's the simple answer. So yes, anytime something causes you to question it, then it allows for you to be able to, open yourself up to be able to walk away from. And this video is sponsored by. Look, what I just described in this video is exactly what's going on in Bruce Fuller's book. The fact that when you go into these churches, they try to program you to be one way, program you to think how they think, to not be curious, to not ask questions. But the moment you do, they try to jump you, they try to control you. And it is that type of mentality that creates the trauma that people go through. But only by going through a systematic process can you free yourself of that trauma. So, Life After Religion by Bruce Fuller. You're going through deconstructing? This is a good read for you. It's a good read. So always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.